Okay, so in the last video we looked at how to create a master color track that controls a series of sub-channels, sub-tracks that are part of the advanced SpectraStrobe system available here, so that we could sync all these tracks together with one master track to control the colors. Now this is just going to be more of a tip type video, but I just want to quickly show you how to set up a working environment so that you can get an on-screen preview of the colors as you're working, which makes for a bit more seamless experience. One of the challenges of creating visual effects with these LED glasses is putting the glasses on and off. It takes a while for you to adjust your eyes and adjust the light to be able to see when you're editing, to move back and forth. So anything you can do that will help give you a preview of the color as you're working works to your advantage. And this technique of using a master track and slave tracks really makes for an easy way to do it. I'll later mention a hardware way, some ways that I do it with actual displays and even LEDs on breadboards and things of that nature. So we'll look at some hardware a little bit later. But for now, let's use the tools available to us in Mind Workstation. So what we want to do is we've got it all set up to where we have our master track and our slave tracks. So what we want to do is we want to insert a screen flash. Okay, we want to insert a screen flashing track. So to do that, we'll go here to Content, Screen Display, Screen Flashing. Okay, and we could also choose Color Display. You'll see that there's one under here with no flashing, but seeing the flashing previewed is kind of a good thing too, and we can control it. So I always choose this one. So let's go to the top and add this track in, just so it's stacked with the master. And what we'll do is we'll use our exact same technique of linking to the color channels. So we'll go in and open and view that track, and we'll see that we actually have the same kind of layout, red, green, and blue. So what we'll want to do is just use our same technique of syncing with the blocks. Now I don't know if this is a feature or a bug or whatever, but it already pre-populates them, so I don't know if it looks for a track or if it just remembers it between settings. But anyway, we're wanting to go to the SpectraStrobe and get the red color to sync to on the red one. Mapping is fine. Do the same thing with the green one. See, it's already pre-populated, that's fine. And the blue one. Okay, so if you need to, you'll select it out, and previous videos will show you how to do that. So what that achieves is now we have a flashing track, a screen flashing track, synced with our master SpectraStrobe, which is also feeding these sub color channels for the advanced SpectraStrobe. Now I'm in a layout for a video screencast, so my screen real estate's very small. But in my normal working behavior, which I'll simulate here, I would have a much larger screen. So I'll go ahead and shrink this down, and off to the side here I would have enough room. So what we've achieved here is whenever we play back, we can get a preview of the color as it comes across. Now the flashing is controlled by this intensity track. So I can bring that way down to just get a brief preview of the flashing. But as you can see, pausing, I can get all kinds of color previews of what's going on in the session at a particular point in time. So I get a good representation, at least a theoretical representation, of the colors as they're going to appear at that moment in time during the session, which is very useful when you're out working into the main areas. So that's just like a quick tip Now I can also mute it and it won't do anything. So if you're working in a very complex session, sometimes that's using more processing power than you need to be using. You actually need the processing power of your computer to do other tasks, so you can just mute that when you don't need it. So that's a quick tip on how to use the screen display in an unconventional way to preview the colors in your session while you work on things that are linked from a master track. So I hope that helps. Have a great day.